Welcome to almost midnight madness here on the East Coast. I know it's late, but I promised that I was going to get on today, and I'm on before midnight, so here I am. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. The notifications, y'all get up. Come on, hang out. Especially for those who are overseas. The time difference. If you're on the West Coast, Luke, what's up? You on the East Coast, Luke? What are you doing up? Try to grab a few tips. You try to grab a few tips, nephew? I see a few people populating. I see it coming on. 7. Look at that. Late night. We got some late night, weeknight people. Y'all come on, hang out. We are going. Hey, what's up, Mike? Get up, grab that guitar. What's up, Eric? What's happening? Georgia in the house. Well, man, hang out, man. We're gonna cover some stuff just between us, just a few of us. I'm not sure how many people will be coming on, or people will be catching this on the replay. But I kind of wanted to expand on what I talked about yesterday. We talked about the 3 things to improve yourself on playing gospel guitar. And Luke, let me see if you can name the 3 things that will make you a better gospel guitarist. Can you name the 3 things, Luke? I'm gonna wait on Luke. All pressure's on Luke. What are the 3 things? I've got 6 folks on here. Come on in here. I know it's late. I know it's late, but come on, hang out. Name the 3 things that will make you a better gospel guitar player. The necessary things. Hey, John. I'm in North Carolina. I'm from New York. I'm from Long Island, New York. Strong Island, New York, but I reside in North Carolina. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. Where are you located, Mr. John? Where are you located? And I know people saying, why is he so wide awake at 11:41 in the a.m.? Major, minor, scale, and theory. Major, minors, and theory. Yeah, that's good stuff. But is there anything else? Is there anything else, Luke? Come on with it. Let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb so folks don't be disturbed. Because believe it or not, I get phone calls this time of the night. This time of the night. I received a great phone call earlier tonight. I'll tell you about that later. Luke says major, minor, scales, and theory. And I agree with him, but there is something else that's used. Eric, that's good. Discipline. Absolutely. Discipline. That's good. That's good. Real good. You must have discipline. Can't play whatever you want, all over the fretboard. That's not good. It's not good. But one of the things, Luke, we talked about yesterday was the fretboard knowledge. Knowing your fretboard. Huge. One was knowing the fretboard. And I'm not saying that what you're saying is wrong, because those things you do need. Knowing your fretboard, how to build chords in the number system. Those are the 3 things that we focused on yesterday. And I think that they are humongous when you're trying to improve on playing gospel guitar. Okay? And all those three things hand in hand will definitely enhance your playing. Why? Yeah, why? Because number 1, knowing your fretboard will keep you from getting lost. Keep you from getting lost. And one of the things I demonstrated, and for those who wasn't on, you can go back and review the whole thing, because I ain't going to be on here all night. But one of the ways, and I think you remember from our sessions, Luke, one of the ways I teach knowing your fretboard until you really can study it is using octaves to figure out where you are on the fretboard. So if I'm in F, let me turn the volume up. All of those are octaves, and that way it keeps me from getting lost, like I just did when I went, but I recovered. So knowing that, knowing how to build chords and how chords are built off the major scale and the number system. Now, let me tell you something about the number system, and I know a lot of you guys probably already know the number system. But when it comes to the number system, I use it for several different ways. I use it. One is when the band leader, MD, is teaching something, or if I'm teaching something, I can call out the numbers and everybody will know where to go. But the other way that I know how to, or I really grasp the concept of the number system, is because it helps me to learn music quicker. Hey, Lawrence, what's good? It helps me to learn music quicker because instead of listening for chords, I listen for numbers. There was a song that I was listening to today. Thank you, Lord. And I played the song, and I was like, man, these are the numbers to that song. Here's the numbers. Here's the numbers. How about you? Can you guys tell me what the numbers are for Thank You, Lord? Mike, come on with me. Can anybody help me with that? That's Thank You, Lord. And I can listen to most songs and figure out songs pretty quickly because knowing that number system and listening for these numbers will allow you to jump on that so quick. The key, B flat. It's in B flat. Give me the numbers. Give me the numbers. If anybody else can give me the numbers. And guys, listen. All of this stuff, I'm telling you, I tap into this stuff, and when I'm teaching the boot camp, all of this stuff that we go over. Can you tell street? Yeah, I without Luke holding my guitar, I can pull up a song and listen to the song and tell you even without knowing what key it's in. I don't need to know the key. All you have to do is know your numbers, and you're able to hear the changes. Will tell you exactly where they're going. As long as you're able to find where the one is, find the one, you can find everything else. Know where that one is. And I even in boot camp, I teach how to find that one. Because a lot of musicians, they don't know how to find that one. I had one of my students had a problem finding the one. Oh, she got it now. 1 3 6 2 5 1. Okay, B flat. So come on, Mike. Come on, Mike. Come on with it. Y'all come on with it. But yeah, this is the advantage of knowing the number system. And then the advantage and what knowing that even knowing building chords, I should say. And I just was trying to had a brain for it. But just knowing how to build chords ties into the number system because how chords are built? They're built by numbers. So if you know the number system and you know how to build chords, you can actually even hear the numbers within the chords. If that makes sense. That makes sense. If you know the number system and you know how to build chords, you can find the numbers within the chord. That makes sense. Because you can hear the 2, 1, 3, 5, 7, flat 5. All of those notes you should be able to hear. And you know them because you know the number system. And you know them because you know the major scale. So it all, and then mess around and learn your fretboard. Blow your mind. Blow your mind. That's how I'm able to maneuver. And that's a way that you would be able to maneuver and figure out different things that you're trying to capture. And let me tell you something. Like when I go out, and I'm going out this weekend. Luke, you still on here? And Luke, are you still on here? Because I'm coming your way this weekend, Saturday. I will be in Annapolis. So even like when I play with my quartet groups like the Canton Spirituals, there are things that I listen for. I listen for the numbers when it comes to different songs. How far is Annapolis from you, Luke? Because I'll be in Annapolis on Sunday at 5 p.m. Sunday, right? Yep. Are you gonna try to make it out? I'll be right there in Annapolis. But yeah, that's even playing songs like that, Heavenly Choir. Knowing those numbers, you'll be able. It's right there at you, man. But so knowing the number system and knowing how chords are built. So when I hear how these songs are played, how Dwayne played these songs, and how he moved, all of that stuff is because I understand the number system. I understand how these chords are built. And knowing these things will take your playing from beginner to intermediate to actually advanced and even exceptional. If you really dig into this stuff, contemporary gospel music. Contemporary gospel music is one of the hardest music that you can, really, honestly. It was funny because I talked to my friend Paul Jackson Jr. today, and he's in Florida, and he was saying that they had a discussion when somebody asked the question, which was harder to play, jazz or R&B? And one person said jazz, and they said, why? Because you had to improv. And Paul disagreed. Paul said, well, I say R&B because R&B is nothing but improvising. You have to create this, that, and the other. And I say to that, even more so than R&B, I say contemporary gospel is super hard. But the way to be able to capture these things and hear these different things is being able to understand your fretboard, how these chords are built, how they move, and the number system. Because if you catch the numbers, just think about it. If you catch the numbers, you'll be able to figure out where that chord is going or where that move is moving. Because even if you just listen to certain key elements. And that's why I say it's so very important to be able to be in a class like the boot camp, because all of these things we are covering. And once you come out, you'll be like, oh my God, that light bulb will go off. And even in like in the members area and stuff, everybody in there is sharing, but I'll be sharing different videos to help with what I'm teaching in the class. So listen, man, this is a great opportunity, and then you get to see this ugly mug 2 hours every week. Every week I will be with you for 2 straight hours. Just not like when I do lessons. When I do a private lesson, it's a 1 hour lesson, and it's once a week. Boot camp is actually a 2 hour session, and it's once a week. So you get a better deal hanging out with me for 2 hours. And then most of the time, if anybody's on here that's been in my boot camp, they know I go way longer than 2 hours most of the time. They say I get the Holy Ghost. That's what someone says, that I get the Holy Ghost, which is funny. But I just love sharing with everybody. I really do. And I wanted to come on and kind of expand on what we talked about on yesterday, to see if anybody had any questions, and wanted to reach out to you guys and let you know that I'm here and available for you, even at midnight. Yeah, Mike. Listen, it's crazy because I have a 6 a.m. flight going to Seattle, and so I probably won't even go to bed. I'll be up studying and whatnot, and then preparing to travel on tomorrow. Dre, what's good, brother? What's good? Talking about the number system, we're talking about building chords, and we're talking about the fretboard. Out of the 3, okay, let me ask this question. Out of the 3, which would be more important? What do you think is more important? Dre, Luke, Mike. Who else is on here? We got a few more people on here. Who else? Lawrence, Eric, John. What do you feel like is more important, the most important? The fretboard knowledge, how to build chords, or the number system? What would you think would be the most important out of the 3? Help me out as I play. Somebody said, 2 said fretboard knowledge, 2 said how to build chords. Hey, Sully, what's up, man? Luke said fretboard knowledge. Anybody else? Anybody else? So for the ones who said, and he said number system. Oh man, appreciate you, for real, appreciate you. Fretboard knowledge. Willie said fretboard knowledge. So for the ones that said fretboard knowledge, why do you feel like fretboard knowledge is more important than building chords or the number system? Now, I don't think anybody said, well, the number system is great, but you got to know fretboard as well. That's good, Frederick. That's good. But tell me why you feel like fretboard knowledge is more important than building chords. Tell me that. That's good. And I'm just playing triads, y'all, in that song. I hear you, Mike. Luke said fretboard knowledge is the start to building chords. Good, 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 good. Good, good, good. Can't go anywhere on the fretboard until you know GPS. I hear you. Yes, I get that, Dre. I hear you, man. Yeah. It's a lot of good answers. You guys have some great answers. We got 16 people on here at midnight. So for the ones that said building chords, why do you feel building chords? If you don't know the fretboard, you probably won't be able to build many chords. I hear you, Eric. That's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Anyone else? Anyone else want to share? We got 17 people on. I asked the question, what's most important? Fretboard knowledge, how to build chords, or the number system? Which is feel is more important? And I had a few people said fretboard knowledge is more important. Other one said building chords. I don't think anyone said the number system. Maybe one person might have said the number system. And I'm going to tell you my opinion once we get everybody in. What's up, Tony from Brazil? How are you? Thank you so much for joining us. I'm not sure what time it is in where you are in Brazil, but good morning to you. And for those that's just coming in, all right, I'm going to tell you something. All of them are very important. The least important one, I would say, would be the number system. Right off, if added a 3. Not to say it's not important, but let's see. Fretboard knowledge is good, but I say if I know how to build chords, if I can figure out chords. Because for a long time, and you think about this, ladies and gentlemen, for a long time, you may not even really know your fretboard. And there are people who don't know their fretboard now, but they get around pretty good because of memory and muscle memory. You don't necessarily need to know the board before creating. The system is required to help you create. Okay, Fred, I hear you, man. Frederick, I hear you. But for me, I really didn't know when I was younger, I didn't know my fretboard, but I knew how to figure out chords. So, I would maneuver around. Hey, Dwayne, what's happening? I would maneuver around playing, but didn't really know my fretboard that well. I would just have muscle memory and remember different places, but I really didn't necessarily know all the notes or where I was on the fretboard. Honestly, I didn't. I was playing years. I actually think I was playing with some quartets and didn't know my fretboard as well as I needed to. I just knew if they was singing a C, I know that. But I would mainly figure out different chords. I knew the triads. I knew major, minor. I knew diminished. I knew those shapes. But I necessarily didn't know my fretboard. But let me tell you what happened. I had a light bulb moment, and I had a situation. I'll tell you this. I don't want nobody to share this. This is just between us 19 folks on here. Nobody else can know this stuff, okay? Do not go around. Luke, make sure you don't go on social media telling everybody this, okay? Okay? Don't do it. I'm going to tell y'all a story. Y'all listening? I'm not going to tell it until everybody says yes. Are y'all listening? Just I mean, I need all 18, 19, 20 people to say yes. Are you listening? Because I'm going to share something with you. And you can't share it with anyone else. It's just our secret. Come on. Come on. I have to see yes from everybody. Get up out of that bed. Let me. That's right. Thank you. Don't. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Yes. We got 20 people on here. I want to see. I want to see 20 responses. I'm gonna tell you a moment that I had. Okay. Okay. Oh, look who done popped up in here, Mr. Romarcus, trying to sneak around, trying to sneak up. Thank you. Good. I'm glad you got your guitar in your hand. Good, good, good. Good. Keep it in the family. That's right. Keep it in the family. Yes. Mystery Man, Lawrence, yes. I'm going to tell y'all something. And you cannot share this. This is our family stuff. So, I had a situation where, all right, Mike, where Terrence, thank you, man, good to see you. Leroy, good, 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 good. I want to tell y'all something, and I really want y'all to not share this with anybody. Okay, way back, young, my young, before all the gray and all the weight and stuff. I thought I was a little hotshot guitar player in New York, right? I was living on Long Island. Everybody was calling my name. I was the hot cat. I was the king of the mountain. Everybody was calling for Kevin. I was doing a lot of quartet. I mean, everybody in Brooklyn, Long Island, Manhattan, Jersey. What's happening, Ken? NBC. Ah, good to see you, Ken. Thank you. Man, good to see you. The coalition, absolutely. Listen, so I was the hot guitar player back in that day, man. And everybody was shouting me and calling me. Man, you couldn't do a concert if Kevin wasn't around. And I started smelling myself. I started smelling myself. So, Ken, you can't share this. This is just for our family. I'm telling everybody my light bulb moment when I had the the reality hit me that I needed to learn this stuff. Okay. So I'm in New York. You know, I'm just walking around. I mean, I would go to a concert. I would walk through the venue. I would hear people say, "Oh, that's Kevin Wilson. That's Kevin Wilson. That's Kevin Wilson." So, you know, I had a little Jerry curl going on, the Jerry juice on my collar and all of that good stuff. Yeah, I had Jerry curl juice everywhere, flinging it, and people hitting in the eye and whatnot. So, all right. So I'll be walking in the venue. Everybody calling Kevin. So the word got out. Said, man, you got to call Kevin if you want, you know, some good guitar. You got to call Kevin Wilson. You got to call Kevin. You got to call Kevin. So I get a call, and they said, yeah, we want you to come and do this session. I said, oh, yeah, I got you. So what are y'all working on? I said, oh, don't worry. We'll send you. Oh, no, we'll get you. No, what it was is the music will be here when you get here. Okay? They said, yeah, can you said, can you read charts? I couldn't read charts, but I wanted the gig because it paid good money, and I wanted the notoriety of saying, okay, I did this in Manhattan. So, okay, yeah, I got it. So my thing was, back in that time, I was pretty quick. If I could hear something, I could play it. So if you played it one round, I got it. That second round, I'm on it. Let's go. Let's do this. So everybody excited. We get into the studio. I don't know anybody in there. No quartet family, nothing. This ain't quartet. This is different. This is real different stuff. So I get in there. I see all these people, these adult people and whatnot, and they look and they smile. Hey, I've been hearing all about you. Oh, I can't wait to. Okay, so we sit down. They lay the music in front of me, and they said, "Okay, drummer, count it off." They said, "Count it off." Drummer said, "1, 2, 1, 2, 3." And everybody started playing. So I turned my volume down on my guitar and I'm going like this. The engineer says, "Wait, let's check Kevin's line. Let's check Kevin's line. I can't hear him. I can't hear him." And so they said, "Play your guitar." So I turned the volume back up. Okay, it's okay. Cool, cool, cool. Let's go. Count it off, drummer. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and the music director said, wait a minute. I said, "Kevin, do me a favor. Play the first 8 bars real quick." I said, "Play the first 8 bars." Okay? And I'm seeing the chords out there. It's not like I'm sight reading the music, but the chords are out there. C major 7, F sharp minor 7 flat 5. I'm seeing all the chords, but I had no clue what in the world it was. Say, "Okay, Kevin, play the first 8 bars." And so I sit there, and he's like, "What? What's the matter?" I said, "I gotta be honest with you. I can't read this. I can't." I said, "If you play it one round, I could catch it, but I can't read what's up here." I said, "You're a nice guy, but there ain't no faking that." They said, "You're a nice guy, but we can't use you." They on the phone calling somebody that could read some charts. Boom, that was my moment to say, "Hey, listen." Yeah. Yep. That was my moment when they said, "Bring, bring, bring." Somebody call Doc Powell. Somebody call who was the guy that played with Otis. I'm not Otis, but Isaac Hayes. His name was Otis. He was there in New York. Somebody called Otis. Get. And I heard somebody say, "Get a real guitar player in here." At that moment, that told me, say, "Listen, stop playing. If you want to do this, get serious with it. If you're going to play this instrument, if you're going to really want to do this, figure out what's going on, learn this stuff, and never allow this to happen." There could have been many people may have quit. Say, "Oh man, I'm so embarrassed." Nah, I tucked my head. I didn't tell nobody about it. That's why I said, "This is between us. This is between us." What's up, James? This is between us. I didn't tuck it. And what happened was, it also inspired me to work and help other musicians come into the know. Do you all have to know how to read or sight read all the time? No. Should you? Absolutely. Should you know your fretboard? Absolutely. Should you know how to build chords? Absolutely. Should you know the number system? Now it's a must. Back then, it was no number system. They were charting. They were charting stuff out. They were calling the chords out. There was no number system. In quartet, they had a number system, but it was all whacked. It was so wrong. So when I found out what the real number system was, I wanted to fight the people that was teaching me the quartet wrong number system. Nah. So that's why my mission, honestly, my mission now is to help as many musicians as I can to get them to understand. If you want to do the American Idol, If you want to do the voice, yeah. If you want to do to play with Adam and all of these great musicians and different ones, and Ricky Minor, uh, Ray Chu, all these cats, you need certain tools. Now, if you just want to play around town, and that's cool. If you just want to play around town, I still think that you should know how to build chords. Because if you know how to build a chord, you can take a simple chord like a major triad. You know how to then you know how to make a seventh. You know how to flatten the five, and then that all of that's from knowing how to build a chord. Then you learn inversions. Learn the number system. All of this stuff goes hand in hand now. So that's why it is so, so very important that we, as musicians, educate ourselves. We can't complain and say, well, these people are taking all the jobs or they getting all the gigs because they're in the know. They playing funk music and they know what they're playing. The biggest problem we have with most gospel musicians, I shouldn't even say most, with a lot of gospel musicians, is they don't really know what they're playing. They can play, but they don't have no clue exactly what they're playing. And that's from keyboard player, the bass player, to drummers, to guitar players. So it's so very important for us to do that. Please, from Guyana, I want to know if what's that page? If you want to build I don't have a WhatsApp page, but if you want to, build your platform, seek out somebody who does that. Seek out a person that's their forte. There's people who do nothing but build platforms for you to showcase your gift. But that's my spiel, ladies and gentlemen. Take and invest into your education, your music education. Other day, I posted something on my Facebook page, and I think I offended some people. And if I did, maybe that's good. Maybe that'll give you just like I got offended when they told me, when they said find a real guitar player. I said it's good to have this gear. I absolutely love having gear like this. But what good is this if I don't know what to do with it? Invest a little less in this stuff and having all of these. I have 2 racks of guitars. It would be a shame to have all of this stuff and not be able to play it, use it. See keyboard players with stacks and stacks of keyboards and they're transposing. No offense, but sacrifice one of those keyboards and sit down with a filling gauge or somebody or teacher and learn how to play in all your keys. Understand what this means, and this is what I'm doing. And this is exactly, if any of these guys that's in my boot camp, they tell you. I like to joke and play and stuff, but we learn, we dig it. We dig in and we make it work. Yeah, all these tools out here, these opportunities. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. I'm telling you. Even myself, I study. I study with different musicians. I asked a lot of guitar players to share with me, and they're like, "What am I going to show you?" They can show me a lot because I can learn from anybody. I promise. And like I said, I'm just a little old quartet, or big old quartet guitar player that love music. Can't do that if you don't know your fretboard. You can't do that if you don't know your way around chord. You can't do that if you can't build. Can't do that if they calling numbers out and you don't know the number system, or you don't know the numbers in the chord. So it's so important, ladies and gentlemen, um, to get this stuff. And that's why I'm offering for 4 weeks. 4 weeks, 2 hours every week. I am going to be doing a guitar boot camp. And I'm going to be sharing all of this stuff, giving you a lot of information on how to make this stuff happen, how to figure out your fretboard, and why is it important for you to know your fretboard. Hey, what's up, Sheila? How to build chords. You know, we went over major chords, but I'm gonna teach about major, minor, seventh, extension chords, augmented, diminished. All of these chords, diminished chords, diminished chords is everything. I mean, transitioning. Knowing how to play those diminished chords, where they work, how it's built, how you can play scales over it, what scales work with an augmented chord. All of these things that we play all the time. I am 19, have been playing in the church. I'm looking to expand your knowledge to continue to grow, become more efficient and accurate and a musician. You need to be with me, young man. 19, you need to be with me. Oh, absolutely, Frederick. Absolutely. All you have to do is go to kevinwilsonguitar.com. My website is kevinwilsonguitar.com and sign up for the boot camp. 4 weeks. The boot camp begins. I'm actually doing two. One on Saturday from 12 to 2, and then one on Monday because everybody can't do Saturday. I do one on Monday from 7 to 9. Okay? So that will give you an opportunity to choose one of the boot camps. Okay? So if you can't make Saturday, because some people gig or they got things they do on Saturday, there's one on Monday that you can sign up for on Monday from 7 till 9. And all of the times is Eastern Standard Time. Okay? So, Mr. B, 19 years old. Man, 19 years old, I was out on tour. I was out there on a tour bus, man. And playing in my church, of course, because my dad was the pastor. Had to play in church. My dad, man, we were the band for my dad's church. So, ladies and gentlemen, listen. Do yourself a favor. Educate yourself. These things will open up doors for you that you would not believe. You know, I've received so many session work, gigs, because musicians could not figure out charts or could not figure out different chords. They would send them the tracks, and musicians would play chords over with these keyboard were playing, but they were playing the wrong chords because they didn't understand what chord it was. And oh shoot, yeah, I love Wes Leroy. You told me about a single effect pedal, and I can't remember what it was. Lord have mercy. And Sully, I'm 61. I can't remember. I can remember what I played yesterday, but I can't remember what I said yesterday. I don't know. A single effects pedal. I'm using the Fractal Axe-Fx. It was red. Was it an overdrive pedal or was it a compressor? Oh, man, Ken, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, my brother. We've had musicians to come to, I play at a really beautiful, wonderful church here in Raleigh. It's called the Upper Room Church of God in Christ, and my pastor is Bishop Patrick L. Wooden Sr. Compressor. It's called the Mirage. So, kid, play pretty. We have 3,000 members or so. We have a lot of musicians come in to our church. Sometimes musicians will come in and we have montage, Nords, and Hammond B3 or A1, whatever they have over there in that corner. They have all these different keyboards, right? And when certain keyboard players come in, they'll ask the keyboard player, where's the transpose button? And I promise you, the guys in the corner, they're not being funny. They say, I don't know because they don't ever use it. They do not know where the transpose button is. I've seen musicians come in and they be organ players and they'll bring in a Korg keyboard, a Korg Kronos or something, when there's a Hammond organ there and they play organ on the electric keyboard. Rocky's still there. Rocky is still there. Rocky's there. With the band, our band has been together for the most part 20 years. We've had two other musicians come in. They've been there. One's been there maybe a year or two. Other one's been there for maybe four years. But the rest of us have been there for 20 years or more. Rocky is still there. He is still doing his thing. And I'm going to tell him that you asked about him. So, yeah. So they would come in and they would use... they would try to use that Korg Kronos or a Korg or electric keyboard when there was a organ sitting there. Why did they want to use that? Because they can't transpose on that older B3. I know the new ones that you can do all that stuff. How would it help you? Number one, it's going to teach you the things that we spoke on. It's going to teach you about your fretboard. It's going to allow you to grow and understand how to maneuver on your fretboard. It's going to teach you how to build chords. It'll teach you how to utilize the number system in many different ways. It's going to teach you how to transition. It's going to teach you how to play chord melodies. I'm going to teach all the things that you're going to really need, even when it comes down to playing bump music. Different things. Teach you how to play in a band setting when you play in a big band. Teach you how to play when it's just you, a bass player, and a drummer. And you have to cover the whole service. Being able to play different... how that works, how these chords and these movements work. All of that stuff is taught in the boot camp. But it won't work if you don't study. Now, don't come in there thinking, okay, well, he taught Eric Walls. He's Eric Walls' mentor. So when I finish, I'm going to sound like Eric Walls. Not going to happen. Ain't going to happen. Ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. I promise it ain't going to happen. Or Showcase or these other guitar players that I told. No. The difference with them and other musicians is that they actually dug in and really, really, really worked hard. And it's up to you to study. We can give you the information, but it's up to you to study. What it is all the sessions are recorded in Zoom. Is it lifetime? No, you won't have the recording for lifetime, but everything is done and record it in Zoom. There's a members area. You'll get to go into the members area. You'll have access to this information, to the recordings. You'll have access to the information in the members area. You'll have access to the peers in your class. They will share information with you. Romarcus have been in 4 of my boot camps. Let me tell you a little bit about Mr. Romarcus up there. Romarcus Jones is a drummer. Started playing drums, I think he was like 7 years old. 7 years old. Had an interest in guitar. Started studying with me. Then joined the boot camp. Right now, he's going into his 4th boot camp. This will be his 4th boot camp. And when you hear Romarcus play, for a person who's been only playing for 2 years, you would think he'd been playing for at least 10 years. He understands chords. He knows how to transition. He knows how to build chords. He knows how to expand on chords. He can hear the numbers. He can pick up songs quickly. And I have many boot camp alumni who are doing the same thing. And it's male, female, white, black, Latino. They all are jumping on. But the difference with them is they're studying it. They're digging in. They don't want that microwave where it gets hard quick. Or that quick, try to learn it quick. It's more than that. Hey, listen, I've been on here way longer than I thought I would be. I have to get off here, pack up, and get ready to travel to Tacoma, Washington. In that cold weather, I got to get my coat. It's cold in Tacoma, Washington. So. Oh, absolutely. I certainly something I'm willing to do. Go to my website, kevinwilsonguitar.com, and sign up. Open enrollment is wide open. So sign up. Let's go. Let's do this. Hey, listen, everybody, you guys have a great weekend. Well, what is today? Thursday. A great week, the rest of your week. And a great weekend. I look forward to hanging out with you guys. Thank you so much, Lewis. Appreciate you. Lewis is in the boot camp. He signed up. Yeah, Lewis is part of that boot camp. Listen, let me tell you something, sir. Anyone who's been in my boot camp know the boot camp price is actually half what it usually is. Okay? I'm just gonna put it out there like that. Thank you, Ken. Appreciate it, man. The price is dirt cheap. My lessons, honestly, my lessons are more expensive than the boot camp. My private lessons is more expensive than the boot camp. Okay? I'm trying to block this spammer. There we go with this. I know it's time for me to get off. Get off of there. Remove these people that come on here. Anyway, I'm out of here. Again, website kevinwilsonguitar.com. Y'all have a great weekend. Appreciate you. Let's dig in. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's play some music on the way out. Let's some closing music. Thank you.